now. Heard back from Earth, they just shot a few of my ships down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking devices just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces from my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas, you wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. Confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause you're mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scramble they spy drones.
That voice is speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.
I can't explain it.
Showtime. Hey, it's your boy, Big Mike Raider, writer and contributor of Planet Raiders. Guys, it was a tough one today. It was a tough one. It was one of those days, guys. 38-10 blowout against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo Week 2. It's in the books. Guys, let's look. I'm going to wait for some people to pull in. It was a tough game, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what we saw in this game, who needs to step up, who needs to be shipped out. We're going to talk all about it, man, and we're going to get into it, man. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to pop in. Not expecting much over here. Much people come in this time around just because of the outcome, and it is around dinner time. I'm going to be around for about 45 minutes on this one, guys, and we will talk about it. Shout out to Abe in the building. He says, shout out to Bakersfield, California. We here. Hey, shout out to you from Bakersfield, man. Let's see. We got the legendary Sean Johnson in the building. Salute, Big Mike, tough loss. Chandler really making this serious now with his latest tweets on X. Wow. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I've been trying to prepare dinner. You guys let me know what's going on with Chandler Jones. What's the latest and greatest with Chandler Jones? I haven't seen it. Actually, I'll pull it up right now. Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Chandler Jones, but he has a case because we need him right now as far as the pass rush goes, and just being that disruptor on the D line. It was a horrible game, guys. It was a horrible game. Shout out to Brian Rodriguez. Good evening. Good evening to you, man. It was a terrible game. Yes, it was. It was a terrible game. Good thing about it is that we got a new one next week. So yeah, we'll get into it. What's cooking? I'm making a couple of steaks and some sweet potatoes. Some super simple. I already got it prepared. Just got to get it in the oven, get everything cooked up, and we're good to go. Brian Rodriguez says the right guard was terrible. Both D tackles are terrible. It was. You're right. The right guards, I believe they really had a really bad game, starting with Van Roten. He didn't really play well. Parham didn't play well. We got bullied on the line on both ends of the ball. Defensively, interior defensive line really didn't show up once again. It was just a bad game across the board. Let me pull up this Twitter thing. Let me see what's going on with our guy, Chandler Jones. Guys, we got 19 in the building. Make sure all 19 of you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Let's see who else we got. Raider Jangalang in the building. Shit, the whole team was terrible. Yeah, that's a damn fact. We got a lot of work to do in this next few days. We got to get back to the drawing board, like it says on the thumbnail. We definitely got to get things cooking for sure. Let's see what we got. Chandler Jones on X. Let's see who we got. Let's see. Okay, Chandler Jones, 40 minutes ago. That's why you know what? Hold on. Accidentally pressed the button. That's why I couldn't get a sack today, because people wanted to rap my stepdaughter and not expect me to get upset. You can call me whatever you want. CTE, a dumb football player, dumb black man, whatever y'all want. Keyboard warriors. Meanwhile, our children are getting okay. I'm not going to say the last word. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on with Chandler Jones. It's a lot of things right there. Now you're taking money out of my pocket here and watching my team lose because someone. Okay, that is an interesting situation. You guys, if you haven't checked it out on Twitter X, Chandler Jones goes off. He has a whole list of things that he's talking about, things that are a little bit sensitive for me to even speak of here in the on this show. It's a little bit sensitive. It's go ahead and check it out on Twitter or X, whatever you guys want to call it. Go ahead and check it out. Chandler Jones is officially took that step off the ledge as far as being a little cuckoo. But if the allegations he's saying are true, man, it's tragic. But you guys go ahead and check it out yourselves on X. I'm not gonna repeat that or show it on here because I will get demonetized. All right. Dodgers Everything says, what's good, Big Mike? Nothing's that great, man. I'm telling you, the Raiders look bad. You saw what happened. You saw what happened. It was tough, man. Let's see what we got. Raider Jangalang top killed us and no run game. Yeah, Josh Jacobs in the negative for rushing yards. Zamir White went for more rushing yards than he did. Trey Tucker in one carry went for more yards than he did. That's not a good look, man. And we got good old Hefe KC making his way out of the cave. Chiefs. Good. Okay, good job. Congratulations. You guys beat the Jaguars 17-9. You guys' offense really doesn't look that great this year. Good luck this year. We're coming. And you'll see in a few weeks, man. But I'm not hearing nothing about the Chiefs right now, for real. Nobody wants to hear that. Ain't gonna lie, this game was tough to watch. Hey, Hefe KC, I don't see you until we start losing, bro. If you're gonna show up just when we start losing, man, you can kick rocks to keep it real, man. Keep it real. I'm just saying. 23 in the building. You guys, I'm sure you guys agree with me. Hefe KC, you can kick rocks if you want, bro. Let's see. Dodgers Everything. Ain't gonna lie, this game was tough to watch. It was very tough to watch, man. Very tough to watch. Let's see. Marvin Lewis, pathetic. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Look, guys, let's jump into the box scores, man. Jimmy Garoppolo, 16 of 24, 185 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks, one of which I will say that was on our offensive lineman. But call him out. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Andre James, the center. He let the guy go right through on a screen, which is kind of part of the way you run a screen. But what you want to do on a screen is you kind of want to give him an elbow or give him a hit a little bit and then let him go past. You don't want him to like always go through and then, just without any kind of being contested at all. And that's exactly what happened. He came in, the defender came in uncontested, tipped the ball, and the defense, a very opportunistic, a very advantageous Bills defense, came in and made a play on that first interception. Second one, Josh Jacobs got mossed by the linebacker. Josh Jacobs was he made his mark in the passing game as far as being a receiver goes, but besides that, the running game, he was nowhere to be found. Like I said, Josh Jacobs, 9 carries, -2 yards. Wow, it was a bad game for Josh Jacobs in that. Trey Tucker, 1 carry, 34 yards. Zamir White, 4 carries, 22 yards. As a team, 15 carries, 55 yards, 3.7 yards average. That is not going to get it done, especially because 34 of those 55 yards was off of one play from Trey Tucker. Bad game, guys. Bad game, guys. It was definitely a tough game for sure. Let's see. TGWHB. Okay, there you go. I will not, but I'm sure somebody else will. I'm sure you're talking about the KC. FAKC, go celebrate being second place. Yeah, Raiders are still in first place, guys. That's not, we can still kind of celebrate that a little bit, right? I guess if, kind of a silver lining to a dark cloud for sure. Still in 1-1 in first place. Chargers lost. Broncos are losing. The overrated Broncos looking trash once again. Hit stick stepper in the building. Big Mike, triple salute. My fella, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Horrible game, man. It was a little rough. I'm sure you saw it. Tough game for sure, guys. Let's see what we got. That's why KC only celebrates when they win. Yeah, every you know what? This is the thing with Chiefs fans. They run their mouth. They come out of the cave when we start losing. Why are we rent-free in a team that just won a Super Bowl in their mind? I don't get it. Be happy where you're at and leave us alone. I'm just saying, because we're not talking about you right now. We'll see you guys like 2 months from now, week 12. We're not talking about the Chiefs right now, man. The Chiefs can go somewhere with that. We don't want to hear nothing about that right now. Week 2. We don't play you guys till week 12. Aces, salute. Aces in the building. And all 38 of you guys, make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Let's see. Hit stick stepper. Big Mike, I think we're going to bounce back next week against Pitt. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. I'm definitely hopeful. I'm going to always stay hopeful, man. But this game, let's talk a little bit more what we saw. I want to talk about the bright spots, right? We know we got Jimmy G didn't play a great game. Josh Jacobs didn't look good. Let's talk about the guys that did look good, right? Of course, Davante Adams, 6 receptions, 84 yards, and a touchdown. It was that initial that first drive. We looked great out of the gate, that first drive. Solid drive, and then things kind of fell apart. But Davante Adams did his part once again. Now I'm hoping that injury, he went down. Hopefully it's not a concussion. Hopefully he's not out for the game, or else we're in big trouble next week. I have high hopes that he will be able to play. And on the defensive side, Robert Spillane, 14 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. Divine Diablo, 10 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. And Jacorian Bennett with 9 tackles. Guys, our linebacker room looks a lot better than what we thought they were going to be this year. So, yeah, we lost. It was a bad loss. But I'm looking at what was going on, right? The linebackers did their job. Everybody else didn't look so great to me. Guys, what do you think about that? On top of that, right? We couldn't get off the field on defense. We couldn't get off the field. Time of possession, the Bills dominated the time of possession. They had the ball for over 40 minutes. We had about 19 minutes of offense, guys. That is not going to get it done. We got to find ways to get off the field, and we got to when we get on the field, sustain drives and turn those into points. We didn't do either of those things. We didn't establish the run, and we didn't get off the field on third down. Those are things that needed to be done for this game. And you guys let me know what you guys think about that one. I want to hear what you guys think. This is a vent session. Non-Chiefs, non-Raiders fans can get out of here. You guys are in a cave when we win, but when you guys come out, you guys want to show your ugly face. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. This is a vent session for Raiders fans. If you're not a Raiders fan, come in and bring something constructive to the conversation, and we can do that. But besides that, I don't want to hear it, man. I'm telling you guys that right now. Ace is in the building, still rooting for Tyree, but it's looking like we should have drafted Jalen Carter or Mozzie Smith. Yeah, that's a fact. It's every game that goes by, it's looking like that we really we really missed on the first round pick again. Jalen Carter would be a big help to us on that inside, because we're not getting anything going on with Bilal Nichols, Tillery, John Jenkins, name it. They're not doing much of anything. So if we had a guy like Jalen Carter next to Max Crosby, this would be a different outcome. This defense would look a lot better. So shame on that organization. Shame on Ziegler for not making that type of move and getting a guy who's not ready, is not being developed, and not ready to go. You expect your top 10 pick to be ready to go off the jump, and it's not happening. Even our second round pick is not ready to go. That's a problem too. So you don't see these from any other team, good teams. Though we got a first round pick, we need to develop them. Flip side, you look at what the Bills did today, right? Dalton Kincaid is ready to go. He's ready to play. He's a tight end. It was argument that he wasn't the best tight end coming out. It was Michael Mayer, and the Bills made the right decision. They got Kincaid over Michael Mayer, and it showed. Kincaid was ready to play. He's ready to play. He's plug and play. He's feet to fire. He's good to go. But with us, everybody's got to be in developmental mode, and I just don't understand why that has to be like that. So shame on the organization for not getting a guy who's plug and play and ready to go. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Yes, it's only 2 games. Maybe I'm being a little parabolic. Maybe I'm kind of jumping over the ledge with this one. But as far as 2 games go, it's a bad look. It's a bad look, guys. Let me know what you think, man. I want to hear it. Ricardo B. That was a reality check against a playoff team. Big Mike, you headed out to the home opener with Hammer and Graf. I'm not sure yet, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably not. I got some things at home I gotta take care of. I was gonna initially go out there, but it's looking like I'm not gonna be able to make it. But maybe the Chargers game for week 4, because I'm down the street from, not down the street literally, but I'm a quick trip to Inglewood. So maybe the Chargers game. Let's see. Orlando Padilla. Oh yeah, they suck. So no one goes to the games. Tell Karen Mahomes to go back to Texas. Oh yeah, and it was funny because when Chiefs fans lose, they run their mouth too. Like, they want to flash the ring and all that stuff. They just don't win with class. That's just kind of how I see Chiefs fans in some cases. My mom's a Chiefs fan. She's an exception, but everybody else who are Chiefs fans, like, just really are classless to me. And that's for me. And yeah, there's some Raider fans that run their mouth and stuff, but I'm the wrong dude to be coming at. I'm not that dude. We're talking ball, straight up ball. Win or loss, I'm telling you, good, bad, or ugly, man. Don't come at me with the nonsense, man. That's all I'm saying about it. Wes Williams, Graham needs to make some major changes because this is 2 weeks in a row with no internal pressure, as well as run blocking was horrible. Yeah, this Graham, his job's on the line. His job's on the line. He's going to be the scapegoat. If things go wrong, if things continue to go wrong, this guy's going to be out of a job. I'll tell you that for sure. We'll see. Stay tuned, right? Carlos and Fuego. Defensive tackles have no push, sacks. Matt can't do it alone, especially when triple team. We have to drive better or skip Hunter or ship Hunter. Pick or D tackle, Raider Nation for life. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hunter Renfrow finally got on the board with a catch in garbage time, which is very discouraging. That tells me a lot what they think about Hunter Renfrow. I would like for him to get shipped out in exchange for something on the other side, but I don't know if the rest of the NFL values a Hunter Renfrow the way we do. So are we going to get what we want out of it in a trade? I don't know. It remains to be seen if it even happens. But I will tell you this, defensive tackle needs to be the number one priority in next year's draft when it's time. I know it's early, but you can tell right off the bat in 2 games that is a glaring weakness of this defense. And it's going to hold us back from winning a lot of games. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. I really, this defensive tackle room needs to be revamped, and a spark needs to be brought in for sure. Shout out to Raider Dangerfield in the building. Salute, Big Mike. Salute to you, man. Happy Sunday. Hopefully your Sunday isn't as bad after the game. I'm trying to make the most of it. I cleaned the kitchen. I got some dinner going. I'm going to enjoy the Sunday night game, try to shake off that loss, man. But salute to you. Thanks for the support, as always. Let's see. Rax Poker. KC ain't going to the Super Bowl. Stop it. Yeah, that is not in our house. That's not happening. That is not happening. Raider Dangerfield, that D tackle spot again, man. You know it. And on Wednesday, you know what, guys? By the way, last Wednesday, I did the film breakdown with Andy, and you guys showed up and showed out. I had over 3,000 views on that video, which was a career high. We had about almost 200 show up in the building. Thank you guys. You guys really made that show really hyped up for me. I was breaking it down with Andy. We got off the show, and I was still hyped up. I went upstairs. I was pacing back and forth. Man, you guys really have no idea how much this means to me, guys. I go upstairs, and I'm still like hyped up about the film breakdown and things like that and how successful this channel's going. And I got nothing but thanks to say to you guys, because it wouldn't happen. I wouldn't be where it is without you guys for sure. And that was, man, you guys showed out on Wednesday, and we're going to do it again this coming Wednesday. We're going to expose this defense, and we're going to break it down, and we're going to talk about it. Stay tuned for that one. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for sure. Let's see. Dodgers everything. Defense looked lost out there, and offense was flat-footed after the first drive. Yeah, it's almost like the scripted plays that Josh McDaniels kind of dials up is great, right? But what is he doing after? It makes you kind of think, right? It kind of makes you think like, are you adjusting in real time, or what are we doing here? Now, your scripted plays look great. We've seen it even last year. Scripted plays look great to come out hot at the beginning, and then second half or later on in the game, they just run out of gas, or coaching looks kind of, they don't adjust or whatever you want to say, right? It just seemed like they had a plan for the beginning of the game, and then that was it. There was no adjustments. There was no making a strategy or anything like that. Let's just go play and see what happens. And it looked horrible. It looked horrible. That makes me think what's really going on with Josh McDaniels. I'm not saying that I'm kind of cold on him or anything like that, like I want him to go. But I need to see a little bit more from him. I'm going to stay on the fence with Josh McDaniels. I'm going to give him a chance. But, hey, Patrick Graham's on the hot seat, man. Patrick Graham is on the hot seat. So that's for sure. Franklin Skinner in the building. My Planet Raiders brethren. Chemistry between Jimmy and DA is getting better. Yeah, it's getting a little bit better, but I don't know. Jimmy G looked a little. It's not looking at. It's not the offense is not looking as crispy as it did last year. Actually, looks a little bit worse than it did last year. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see, man. Hopefully he makes that turn for the better for sure, man. Let's see. Aces. This is bro. Next year on the top of the list. D tackle. Use that first pick on D tackle. Yes, that's absolutely right. Let me see. I'm real behind. I'm gonna attack everybody in this. Not attack, but I'm gonna read everybody's comments in this one. I really want to hear from you guys, man. This is your show today, man, and I'm just here to kind of. You guys are throwing the assists. I'm slam dunking it, man. That's what we're doing. TGWHB attacking our flats has been our Achilles heel for years. Yeah. And once again, that showed. And another thing, right? I had a feeling that an interior defensive line was going to be exposed in the run game, and I was absolutely right. On the other side, we had James Cook go off for a career high in rushing 17 carries, 123 yards. He also had 4 catches for 36 yards, and we got cooked by James Cook, and I kind of knew that was going to happen. We need to fix that. We need to fix that because these young running backs are going to cook us in the game, in the passing game, in those little flats, and running the ball up the middle. So yeah, we really need to fix that, man. And we got 57 in the building. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Let's see what we got. Hit stick stepper, Big Mike. That PI they took away from us on Tuck was hella deflating on our offense. It seemed like we never bounced back from that. Yeah, you're right. I feel like there was 2 plays. They called the pass interference on was it on Jacorian Bennett? Correct me if I'm wrong. No, it was Nate Hobbs. On Nate Hobbs, they called it on Nate Hobbs, and they called the PI. I didn't think that was PI. It looked like Diggs was holding on to Hobbs. And then you're right. Tucker got an obvious pass interference, and they took the flag away. That's deflating. 2 deflating calls right there that really was against us. And you're right, that really took the air out of us. And then not going on forward on 4th and 3 late in the game, that really was deflating too. Just from a fan standpoint, you would like to see Josh McDaniels kind of fight a little bit more. The game was kind of semi out of reach at the time, but you go for it on 4th down, right? On 4th and 3 when you're down 21 points, you want to see a little bit more effort, right? Kind of taking more of a chance to kind of get back in the game, but they didn't do that. And the Bills turned around and turned that into another long drive and dominated once again. Like I said, dominated the time of possession game, and it was really bad game. Any word on Jacoby yet? Nothing yet, man. I haven't seen it. Like I said, it may have been out there, but I've been in the kitchen. I've been cooking, went to the store and stuff. So I stepped away for a little bit. But as of now, Jacoby Myers, I haven't heard anything yet. Hopefully he's back in town next week, ready to go. And hopefully Davante Adams is ready to go, most importantly. Let's see. Sean Johnson, Big Mike, trading for a DeForest Buckner from the Colts. I like it, but the Colts look a lot better than we're thinking, man. Maybe they might not be in a fire sale. They're 1-1. They did beat the Texans, but their offense looks pretty good right now. I mean, and they really didn't look that bad against the Jaguars either. They're a couple of plays away from being 2-0. So, we do gotta look for it, but I don't know if the Colts are gonna be willing to sell at this point, man. They don't look like they're rebuilding like we suspected. Let's see. Hold on. TGWHB. Where's our other rookies also? Yeah, I don't know. Chris Smith was inactive. no Nesta Jade, no Bernie in this game. Like it's a little bit discouraging, man. You really want to see a spark, at least. Like if you guys are going to be bad on defense, at least get those rookies acclimated and feet to fire. That's that would help big time for sure. Wes Williams, I think that's a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know. Maybe you know what is. I may think about what I said for sure, right? And tomorrow I might be like, you know what? Maybe I did overreact. You might be right, but as of right now, whatever I said, I'm really feeling the type of way about this team. It was really tough to watch. You want more from this team, and you were kind of hoping that today, right, that the Raiders would come out and at least make it competitive, and they didn't do that, and that's a big problem. So if I am being a little parabolic, I'll tune it back on Monday and Tuesday when we're looking at the next game. But as of right now, it didn't look good, man. And I'm gonna speak on my mind on kind of how I feel about it for sure, man. But the opinions are fluid. Shout out to you, Wes Williams. I appreciate you, man. Boyd in the building. Raiders need to win these type of games against upper talent teams if we're going to make the playoffs. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Let me scroll down to the bottom, guys. Let's see what we got. Hit stick stepper. Big Mike, I know Graham doesn't like to blitz, but he really needs to throw in some zone blitz schemes to get pressure on the quarterback. Yeah, absolutely. It was almost like he was kind of scared to take risks and let Josh Allen beat us with his legs. That's what it kind of seemed like. But Josh Allen sat in the pocket, rolled out, and was dinking and dunking us. He was 31 for 37, 274 yards, and average per completion 7.4 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 124.5 quarterback rate and 79.6 QBR. It seemed like we weren't taking chances, and Josh Allen took advantage of that. It was almost like a stroll in the park for him, and we need to do better with that. We need to put pressure on these quarterbacks, especially these scrambling types. It's a shame that we didn't get any turnovers on this guy, a guy who is a turnover heavy for sure. Let's see. Crypto Tails in the building, my bro. Defense stayed on the field way too long, and the offensive line didn't look good at all in the run game. Yeah, it was across the board, defense, offense, even special teams. Everybody had a terrible game, and we really need to go back to the drawing board and clean some things up, because the way we played, we're not going to beat anybody from top to bottom, right? The Bills, I like to think that they're the top part of the league, right? Maybe top 5, 6, 7 teams in the league. But the way we played, we're not going to beat anybody at the bottom of the league. So we really got to clean things up. Yeah, it was the Bills. Nothing to slouch about. It was the way we lost, right? If we would have lost by 10 or even 8, 9 points, okay, you can take that. It's on the road, second straight road game on Eastern time zone. I can get that, right? I can understand us losing that type of game. But when you go out there and lose by 28 points and get completely embarrassed, Josh Jacobs is in a negative for rushing yards and self-inflicted wounds once again. They dominate the time of possession. That's the type of game that we really can't have, right? That's one where it's like, where are we at? We had a pretty decent game defensively against the Broncos, and then we had an absolute horrible failure of a game in this game. So where exactly are we standing now? Is our team a C type of defense? I would like to think they're a little bit better, but hey, we'll see, right? We'll see. It's the way we lost to me at the end of the day. Let's see. Hit stick stepper, Big Mike, for real, big factuals. They should have went for it on 4th and 3. They waved the white flag by not going for it on 4th and 3 for sure. Yeah, I agree with you. It was that kind of told me kind of where they stand as far as this game goes. They're ready to get out of there for sure. Let's see. Elmatic in the building. Big Mike, I had a 90s flashback from that Bills beating. Yeah, every time we go to Buffalo, it's always a beating, right? Yeah, I hear you on that one. Was it 51-3, the AFC Championship game? Yeah, pretty much, man. Every time we go to Buffalo, it's a rough game, man. Carlos and Fuego in the building. 100 million to 50 million defense, not good. Raider Nation for life. Yeah, we need to put some more money, invest better in that defense next time around, right? Because we're getting what we're paying for. and we're not getting what we're paying for on offense, to be honest with you. We're putting all this money on the offensive side. We got all these receivers stacked up. We signed all these receivers. We got Jacoby Myers, well, he's down, right? We know that Davante Adams did what he was supposed to do, but we're not getting the production that we're supposed to have with the type of money we're putting in this offense, and that's very disappointing. So we're getting what we're paying for with the defense, right? And on the flip side, on the offense, we're not getting what we paid for on the offense, and that's just not a good combination, right? That's a recipe for a fat L for sure. Let's see. T Severe in the building. Is it safe to call Merrick a bum yet? Because I don't want to offend any of the folks that still have hope in him. Guys, what do you guys think about Trayvon Merrick? Let's see what he did in this game. The PFF grades aren't out, and that will kind of tell a little bit of the story, but he had 5 total tackles, 4 solo. And yeah, he just didn't look good to me, to be honest. What do you guys think about Trayvon Merrick? Merrick, you might be right. It's year 3, and he still hasn't figured it out the way we hoped for. We actually liked him in the first round. The year he was drafted, we ended up getting lucky and getting him in the second round. At the time, we thought that was a steal. But he hasn't really amounted to that expectation we had in him 3 years ago. So Trayvon Merrick, yeah, I think it is time for us to call him a bum for sure. Let me know, guys, what you think. Let me see what we got. We got Belinda Brown in the building. What's up with backup cornerback group? I think David Long made some good plays when he was in. He made a tackle. I think it was on either Dawson Knox or Kincaid, one of the tight ends. It was 4th and 1. They ended up converting that 4th down, but he made a big play as far as that backup cornerback group. You didn't really see too much of the backups. I did. Jacorian Bennett had 9 tackles. He played well. Let's see who else. Let's see who else was there. Marcus Peter had 3 tackles. Nate Hobbs had 7. I thought they didn't play well, but if we put our backups in, it might be a lot worse. We had an interception that got called back. That was a bad play. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not ready to bench any of these corners. Now, as far as the defensive tackle room, that's a different story. That's for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Big Mike, the Bills offense was all dink and dunk, and they destroyed us with that. That's hella unacceptable on Patrick Graham for not making any in-game decisions as a DC. Really that, yeah. And the Broncos pretty much did the same thing. Now the difference is that it seemed like we made better adjustments last game. But the Bills pretty much did exactly what the Broncos did. Dink and dunked us. We're not getting beat vertically. It doesn't seem like we're getting beat vertically. It's that dink and dunk. Just in third downs, right? It's first down. We played decent. Second down, we're giving up too many yards. And now we're in third and short situations, and we're giving up the third down, continuing the drive. That's what I've noticed all season so far, these last 2 games, that we can't get off the field. So it's definitely disappointing for sure. Let's see. Salute to Mark Salter in the building. Salute Big Mike. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Let's see what we think about Trayvon Merrick. Raider Jangalang says bum, and also says put Chris Smith in. He was inactive, so yeah, definitely. Let's see. Orlando Padilla. Andy said it all. Andy always says it all. Andy, he tells you like it is, and you're not going to get anything less from Andy. That's for damn sure. Let's see. Elmatic, Merrick, an effing bum. So there you go. Hit stick stepper. Merrick buns. For sure. Sean Johnson, maybe Buda Baker to replace Merrick. Yeah, if we can get him. I don't know how we would get him or what it would take to get him, but that I like it. I don't know what it would take, but if we can make that happen without giving up too much, I'm all for it, guys. Let's see. Mark Salter, I thought of 51-3 today. Poor Raiders. Next week, let's bounce back. Yeah, we'll bounce back. Let's see. Raider Chaos, is there a realistic trade we can make? We need something. Realistic trade. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but what I can say is this. We got to watch the teams that are on a fire sale at some point, right? and try to pick those defensive tackles from up from them. Now, somebody did mention, I forgot who mentioned it, was the Colts getting Buckner from the Colts. That would be a good move. We'll see. But we got to see what's going on, before the trade deadline to see where we're at. Let's see. Dodgers everything. Merrick is not him. Absolutely. Daniel Malero, my fellow degenerate in the building. We drank the Kool-Aid, man. Yeah, I drank it. I'm gonna keep drinking it. It's one game. I'm not gonna say we totally suck. We absolutely sucked in this game, but I'm not giving up on this season. We got 15 more to go. We got 15 more to go. So I'm not gonna jump off the ledge over one game. It was an ass whooping, but and Daniel Malero, he says 0 his cheeks. That's interesting. Jacorian Bennett, 9 tackles, 5 solo. He's a rookie. He didn't have the greatest of games, but I think he was okay. How do you guys feel about Jacorian Bennett? Daniel Malero is already saying these cheeks. And we got 52 in the building. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Let's see. Daniel Malero, he says, yeah, we can go 2-1 next week. This one just hurts. Absolutely, man. Let's definitely let this game, throw this game away and get ready for the next one, man, for sure. Let's see. Edgar V. Bruh, JJ is a no-show. The defense played well, but the offense isn't helping. Yeah, the offense needs some help. It was some sputtering on that offense for sure. And I kind of had a feeling this was definitely going to happen for sure. Let's see. Sean Johnson. Apparently we are still 4th best in AFC conference at the moment. There you go. 15 to go. I mean, we'll see. It's a little bit early. Oh, man, the people out of the cave are showing up. Hefe KC and Guareb, my guy. Let's see what he has to say. I love this. The Raiders are not going anywhere. Humbled as if you were a good team. A bad team can't be humbled. But more bus drives. Mayor Wilson, unbelievable. The Raiders love bus. Okay, listen, man. It's one game. Chill out. That's it. Chill out. Dodgers everything. Still too soon for Bennett. Can't say much. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Edgar V says bench 0 and bring in Amik. Yeah, that's a bold statement. I think Amik had more than enough chances to get it done, and he didn't. So I'm sticking with our youngster. Let him get feet to fire. I'm not expecting him to be a world beater off the jump, but I think he played well enough to keep his job for sure. Who was 0 covering? I think I saw him on Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is no joke, guys. He's definitely a solid wide receiver. I think he was a little bit on Diggs as well at certain times. So I know that Marcus Peters played primarily on Diggs during the game, but I think that Jacorian Bennett played good. He played decent, man. He wasn't great, but I wouldn't say he played horrible either. Now, the whole defense played bad, to be honest with you, but we can't bench the whole defense, right? We can't do that. That's for sure. So we really gotta kind of chill out a little bit. It was one game. Everybody looked bad, and we can't bench everybody. Let's see. Shout out to Raider Tiger. Sup, Big Mike. Sup to you, bro. Thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for popping in. Hit stick stepper. J Ben is mid. Woo. But there's definitely potential there. Yeah, it's potential. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, can't give up on him after 2 games. So let him keep riding out. He's gonna get better. He has speed. He has the tangibles to get this thing done. 9 tackle game. That's a good thing to build on some confidence. We got to look at some positives for this one. So the next game he builds on that. And he's going to have a better matchup next week. Possibly going against I'm suspecting that he's going to probably go against Pickens. He's a tough receiver, but it's not a Stephon Diggs. They don't have Deontay Johnson. He's going to be out. So as far as those receivers go, it's going to be a little bit better. And Kenny Pickett isn't Josh Allen. So it's going to be a better matchup next week. So this week he looked bad against Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs makes every corner in the league look terrible from time to time. So I'm not going to jump off the ledge and say that Jacorian Bennett is mid and that we need to sit him. He's a rookie. He's out there as a starter. We got to keep that confidence up for sure, man. That's kind of how I feel about it. The numbers 25 sucks. No pressure in the middle. They don't know we need. Don't they know we need defense and offense is where all the money is? Absolutely, man. We've been screaming from the rooftops about fixing this defense, and they didn't do enough. They didn't do enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. They didn't do enough, and it showed in this game. You know, we had a chance to make this defense into something special, and it's still a work in progress, and that's a disappointment. You would hope that they would come in there and be some world beaters right off the jump with, but it's not happening yet. So work in progress, but that's not enough. That's not enough for us. It's not enough for me. I know that for sure, guys. Let me see. Raider Tiger. I like Jacorian in our secondary. D-line needs to step up, bro. Yeah. That D-line is depressing, man. That D-line is very depressing. We need to fix that for sure. We need to get some turnovers. 0 turnovers in 2 games, guys. 0 turnovers in 2 games. Daniel Malero, 0 would have made a play by now if he was that guy. That's fair enough. That's a fair assessment. I think you'll show up next week, man. This is a tough matchup. That first game jitters. Second game, that's a tough game, man, on the road against Stephon Diggs right off the jump, and that Bills offense. It's tough, man. It's tough. We'll see at the end of the season. We'll kind of do a full evaluation on them by the end of the season. Even at the halfway mark, we can get a kind of a better look at what we got in Jacorian Bennett. But I can't make an assessment on 0 right off the jump right now. It's kind of unfair, to be honest with you. Raider Jangalang, D line, get some pressure. These DBs will be okay. I'm telling you. And that's what it is. That's what it is. This D line is not doing enough, and the DBs are left on an island. It's got to be complimentary ball. If one side isn't playing well, then it's going to affect everybody else. And the D line is not playing well. They're not. Max Crosby, he can't carry this defense by himself. He's getting double, triple teamed. He's getting hit by 2 tight ends at certain places. It's not good. If you had an interior threat, then that takes away some of that stuff that's going on with Max Crosby, and it'll get him open. But we don't have anybody else that can make those plays on the defensive line. And everybody knows that Max Crosby is the only show in town with the Raiders right now. So it's tough. It's tough. And it does. I think personally, I could be biased. Everybody will tell you a little bit something different. Where does it start as far as having a successful defense? I think it starts in the trenches. I think it starts in the D-line, and we just don't have it right now, man, to be honest with you. Let's see. Orlando Padilla, what is KC? Kelsey, yep. Yeah, that's the Chiefs for you, but we're not talking about the Chiefs, man. Shout out to you, man. All we got is Max on the D-line. Still got to give Wilson some time. Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. I'm kind of cold on Wilson. You want to give Wilson some time, but you want to bench Jacorian Bennett. I don't know, man. Like, I think that you need to bench Wilson and let Jacorian Bennett still kind of rock out, because Wilson is not showing anything. He doesn't have the intangibles. He doesn't have any bright spots to me. There's nothing special coming from Wilson right now that makes me think he's going to turn the corner. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this was in 2 games so far, this was a terrible decision to draft Wilson over Jalen Carter for sure, man. But hopefully that changes things, man. We'll see. Raider Tiger. Yo, Big Mike, here's the problem. Many of our fans treated Carr with kid gloves for 9 years, but can't let a rookie like Tyree learn in 2 games. That's fair. I'll give you that. But here's the problem with Tyree Wilson, man. You see what he does on film. You see what he's doing on the ball, and it's just not enough. You don't see, like, there's no spark. There's nothing to kind of lay your hat on. Like, okay, at least he's doing this right. I don't see any bright spots with this dude, to be honest with you, as of right now. Now, can he go to the bench? Can he, get tooled up and ready to go down the line later? Sure, right? That anything can happen. It's too early to make any kind of final decisions on anybody. I'll give you that. But man, right now, Tyree he's not looking good. But you're absolutely right as far as Carr goes. We did have a lot of more grace with Carr. He let us down a lot of times. And the good thing about this past regime with Josh McDaniels is that they gave him no grace. And I think that's the good thing about this regime is that if you're not showing out, if you're not gonna produce, you're not gonna bring a game, then you're gone real quick. We've seen it already. So Tyree Wilson, it's bad that it's a first round pick. It's gonna be hard to get rid of that. But we saw it with Alex Leatherwood. If you're not showing up, you're gonna be gone, man. So simple as that. Hopefully that's not the case because we can't afford to have another bust as a number one pick, man, for sure. Hopefully he comes around for this team's sake, for sure. I want him to succeed. Absolutely, man. I do. I really do. DZ in the building. What do you see as our strengths? The linebackers. Now, we came into the season saying these linebackers weren't going to be worth a damn, and we need to get linebackers and things like that. But Spillane and Diablo's been balling. They had our only 2 sacks in this game. Spillane had 14 total tackles. Divine Diablo, 10 total tackles. Both of them had tackles for loss, 2 quarterback hits. Guys, that's our strength right now on this defense is those linebackers, believe it or not. Believe it or not. And I think Marcus Epps played decent. He played better than he did last game, right? He made a good tackle to get to force a 4th down. He had 6 tackles in the game, 1 tackle for loss. Played a lot better in this game. It's kind of hard to find strengths when you get blown out, but there's a couple of bright spots, right? I did like our linebackers. Epps played a little bit better. Hobbs did his thing besides that PI, which shouldn't have been called. So there's definitely kind of things to look at and be like, okay, there's things that we can kind of take away from this and build on it. And it starts with those linebackers for sure. As far as offense goes, there's no strengths for me, to be honest with you. Besides Davante Adams. Let's see. Lord Zemnis in the building. What up, big dog? Our D-line is atrocious day in, day out, season after season, and I'm fed up. Bro, me too, man. I love D-line play, man, for sure. And it's so depressing that every time I'm watching the game with my wife, she puts her phone down and doesn't want to look at the defense. It's depressing, man. And on the offense, she's back to watching the game, but she couldn't even do that today. So, man, for the sake of my wife, man, can we get a defense going, man? Seriously. It's depressing, man. It's depressing. We see this year in and year out. Let's see. Raider Tiger. I'm not saying Jalen Carter was a right or wrong choice, just saying let Tyree simmer for this year. That's fair, man. That's fair. It's a fair assessment, man. Nobody's right or wrong in this situation, man. There's ways to make things work. I'm giving my opinions on this. You're giving your opinions on this. And difference in opinion makes good conversation. So good point. Good point. I don't necessarily agree with kind of having grace with Tyree Wilson. And maybe it's partially because we had something with Jalen Carter that was plug and play and somebody special right off the jump. But Tyree Wilson, is kind of getting like the brunt of the frustration of us not getting a guy like that, because now you're looking at Tyree and like, what are you doing? What's going on? But to your defense, right, you're right. We really do need to kind of let it simmer and see what happens, man. So you're absolutely right, man. I'll give you that. Absolutely. Lord Zemnis, bet 100 that we make Kenny look like a Super Bowl quarterback. Oh, I hope not, bro. I hope not, man. But you know what? We've seen this time and time again. But I'm gonna stay positive. We'll make this thing work next week, man. Let's see what we got. DZ in the building. Raider Tiger, did you watch today's game? Okay, so let's be respectful, guys. That's all I'm saying, man. I definitely appreciate the chat for that one. Dan Raider in the building. Better D tackle play would help our linebackers. They wouldn't have to make so many tackles. Yeah, absolutely. You're right, because 14 tackles from Robert Spillane, that's a lot of tackles. But you would hope that. And then let's look. And here's my point, right? Let's look at defensive tackles. Bilal Nichols, 3 tackles. John Jenkins, 2 tackles. Jerry Tillery, 2 tackles. Tyree Wilson, 2 tackles. Adam Butler, 2 tackles. Isaac Rochelle, 2 tackles. Malcolm Kuntz, Isaac Rochelle, 1 tackle. Malcolm Kuntz, 1 tackle. That's not getting it done, man. That's not getting it done. We're not beating the guy in front of us. That's what that tells me. And the only guy that really shows up every game, Max Crosby, was 7. So that is a problem. D tackle play is the biggest problem right now on defense. I would say the biggest problem, a glaring weakness as far as this team goes. for sure. Let's see. Laker Nation in the building. I'm laughing at this shit low key because a lot of you delusional Raider fans was really excited about drafting this weak ass bum Wilson. Bet you wish we had Carter now. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I was more on the side of wasted. He flipped out in the draft. You guys saw it. I was sitting next to him. He said enough for me. To where I didn't have to say anything. It was a big letdown for me when we didn't get him. Tyree Wilson is one of those guys that has the measurables, but to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. And shout out to you, Laker Nation. You know about this, man. As you being a basketball fan, you picked the right team, by the way. But Tyree Wilson plays. I'm gonna tell you right now, Tyree Wilson plays like a failed basketball player, like a guy who played basketball like power forward and then sucked, and then was like, yeah, I'm gonna go check out football because I got the height and I got some size, and he went out there. And that's how he's playing. He's playing like a failed basketball player to me. That's what kind of game that Tyree Wilson is playing to me, man. That's just how I see it. I've seen it time and time again where you see basketball players thinking they can come play football. That's how Tyree Wilson plays football to me, to be honest, man. Let's see. Abe in the building. Where do the Raiders go from here? Now, that's a good question. Guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Check out Monday Night Football tomorrow. I think the Steelers play the Browns. Check out that game. Watch it closely. We got another game to where we are lucky enough to check them out on Monday night. So, guys, watch what's going on with the Steelers closely. Watch what they do, and then we'll talk about it after that. You guys got a good opportunity to see what the Steelers are bringing to the table, and that starts tomorrow. We wake up tomorrow. We're going to move on from this, and we're going to be like, on to the Steelers, right? And that's what the Raiders are going to do as well. And as fans, we're going to shake this off on Sunday, and then we're going to talk some Raiders football against the Steelers week 3 for sure. Let me see. Laker Nation fact, yeah. I only speak the truth, man. I call it how I see it, man. So Big Mike, what do you see in our first drive compared to the rest of the game? Is it scripted plays that they execute better? Absolutely. That's absolutely what it is. And I think that Josh McDaniels is king of scripted plays. He looks great right out of the gate. But what's going on after that play? Is there any adjustments going on? Is he coaching and kind of making those adjustments in real time? What's going on? Is he too stubborn to where he's like, we're going to run when we run? Because there's no excuse for a guy like Josh Jacobs to have 9 carries and -2 yards. You obviously see the running game isn't going. You got to dial something different. You got to adjust. You got to make some different ways to get creative in the run game and things like that. There's no reason that, you don't kind of adjust to that. So I think that Josh McDaniels is one of those guys that is great as far as the scripted plays, but he's just not a really much of an improviser. And that's just my opinion on that one. That's what it looks like to me. M85 in the building. I wanted Carter or Gonzalez. Day one ready to go. No red shirting. Absolutely. I'm so sick of the red shirt, man. That you leave that for college. You leave that for college. Let's see. Orlando Padilla. What the F was the D-line doing? Taking a vacation when you have linebackers making more plays. Yeah. I read the stat sheet off. 1 tackle, 2 tackles. That, man, it was bad. It was bad. Raider Tiger. After watching Parsons on Cowboys, though, you could also say Mad Max got to step up too. So Tyree not worried until year 2. Now, the thing about the Cowboys defense is that they got dogs from top to bottom. Right now it's Diablo, Spillane, and Max Crosby. Sprinkle in a Nate Hobbs, but man, they got guys, all 11 of them are ready to go. And they do have an interior pass rush. So it makes Micah Parsons do his thing. But I think Micah Parsons is the best edge rusher in the league, man. He can do it all. So he is a step up from Max Crosby. I'm not going to lie to you. I hate the Cowboys, but watching Micah Parsons dominate today against the Jets, that tells me that he's the top dog in this league as far as edge rushers go. And it's really not even close, to be honest with you. Garb in the building. He says, problem with this is there's no consequences for failure after failure with the draft picks and free agents and money thrown out of the window. Yeah. The only consequence is that when you don't have a team full of draft picks. Now you're picking out of the scrap heap constantly, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're getting what we get because we failed in 2020 with draft picks. We failed in 21. We failed in 19. So we don't have a pool of draft picks that we're picking up. We're getting guys out of the scrap heap and trying to put together a team with guys that probably shouldn't be starters. So that is a big problem, and we need to fix that. Raider Rob, I had us going 1-4 before the season started, but surprised I can't get why the O can't spread the ball out to our receivers. Not sure how McDaniels is trying to attack defenses. Yeah, this offense is sputtering a little bit, and this is a big concern. And hopefully we don't lose 4 straight. That would be time to panic. I'm not gonna lie, we lose 4 in a row. Hopefully 1-4 is not the case. Let's see. If you're GM, what free agent D tackle would you be calling right now? What's that guy's name? Dunlap. Let's call Dunlap. And work him out. See what he has still left in the tank. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to bring somebody in like a Dunlap and see what he still has on the table, what he can still bring to the table. And we need something, right? We need something. And also a shout out to the number. He says Kyle Van Noy. Bring him in too. We need another edge rusher on the other side because Malcolm Kuntz and Tyree Wilson is not getting it done right now. So we need somebody else. Alec M. Got to bring in some D-line and secondary players that can play on this team. Yeah, particularly the D-line. I think the secondary is okay for right now. The secondary would be a lot better if the D-line stepped up. That's kind of how I feel about it. The numbers. Get Kyle Van Noy, if not signed. Yep. Shout out to you, bro. Hit stick stepper, Big Mike. We beat Pitt in a close game, 17-14. Okay. I got to check out Pittsburgh tomorrow and see before I give a score yet. It's still way a little bit too early. I want to check some film out. I want to see them on Monday night. I got to really look at it. But I like it. 17-14. I like it, man. Raider Tiger got you. Makes sense. Yep. Hey, I only speak the truth around here, bro. Alec M played Kuntz. Yeah, he played a little bit, but he didn't do much. Maybe you play him a little bit more, get him on that field a lot more. Maybe that'll solve one of the problems we have, right? Let's see. Shout out to Mondo Reyes in the building. What's with it, Big Mike? Hey, we're just talking about this game. It was not a little bit. It was very disappointing, but we're bouncing back. We're talking who needs to sit, who needs to step up, who should we be praising? We're talking a little bit of everything, man. Good to see you. Thanks for the support as always. Let's see. We got Guareb. He says, do you see the difference in quality of quarterbacks? Jimmy G, Josh Allen, there's no way the Raiders ever get past these teams. So they set the bar at the Broncos, who everyone beats. Yeah, the Commanders even took care of them. I'm gonna just say this, man. You don't need a guy like Josh Allen. You don't need a dynamic quarterback. You don't need this superstar quarterback that's all over the commercials and selling George Foreman grills to you to win games. It's not a thing that has to happen. You don't have to have that. This isn't the NBA. This is an ultimate team game. This is football, an ultimate team game. You have a quarterback. You have receivers that can get the job done, execute on offense, whatever your offense runs, whatever offense you're running, you run it to the fullest ability. You run it full 100% execution, complementary football, defense steps up, everybody's playing. Now, the problem with what was going on this week is that we had no defense. The defense was on the field too long. The defensive tackles didn't step up. The secondary wasn't helping getting off the field on third down. And in turn, long drives for the Bills. And then turn around when the Raiders did get the ball. They were 3 and outs, short drives, giving the ball up, punting the ball, and then rinse and repeat. Same old process. So football is not like the NBA where you have to have these superstars to make things happen. If you have a complementary game, you play complementary football, everybody's stepping up and doing their job, you can still win in this league. And I truly 100% believe that for sure. Let's see. Alec M says, O-line got to make some lanes for JJ. Come on. Yeah, I think our interior offensive line played horrible too. The interior O-line and D-line are atrocious so far in this season, so far as run game goes. Let's see. Raider Tiger Parsons is just different. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's see. Orlando Padilla, Raiders are puppies. At this game, they were puppies, man, but they'll be back full-grown dogs next week, man. Believe that. Let's see. Dan Raider, do the Raiders trade Renfro? After watching him play the first 2 games, it seems as though he is not part of their scheme. Yeah. And I even said it on Wace's channel this morning. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Renfro if he isn't part of this offense and what they got going on. That tells you a lot about what they think about Renfro and where they're going with Renfro. He had 1 catch for 23 yards, and that was in garbage time. That is unacceptable, and they need to ship him now so they can get somebody in return or a draft pick or something in return. And we need somebody that's going to be more useful. I would prefer we get like a defensive tackle in exchange for Renfro. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if we can pull that off, but that is my wish list. Trading Renfro, let him go somewhere where he actually gets some burn, and we get a defensive tackle that can actually stop the run and get after the quarterback. That's exactly what we need. Let's see. Raider Tiger says, but hey, man, I think we're in first place still, so sometimes it's just on to the next one. That's the best way to look at it, man. Let's see. Hold on. Shout out to my boy GQ Raider in the building. Salute from Raider Nation Drinking Club is in the building. Drink up, man. Drink up. On to the next one, though. On to the next one. We'll talk about it. I'm sure I'll see you on you guys' show I'm sure tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm gonna pull up on you guys for sure, man. Thanks for the support as always, bro. Let's see. Alec M. The whole team kind of looked lost out there today. Yeah, they did. It looked like they looked like the moment was too big for them. But next game, man, we'll show up a lot better, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Orlando Padilla, do you think LV will ever have double digits win this year? Will ever have a double digit win this year? I don't know. It's you would hope so, right? I mean, these close games, we got to really stop with the close games. But my concern is not getting turnovers. Right now, we're -3 in turnover differential right now, and that's not winning. What I said at the beginning is that we have to be in the positive in the turnover differential for us to be a successful team. And so far, we're a -3. I don't know where that stands as far as being as far as the league goes, but when you're in the minus in turnover differential, you're gonna lose. It equates to losing a lot more times than not. So that is a big problem that we're -3 in turnover differential when we have 0 turnovers right now. So that is a big problem. Lord Zemnis has got to have amnesia for this game and bring it to the next. That said, I just don't see the fire in this team's eyes sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I've said that about Josh McDaniels as well sometimes too. Like I just don't see the fire and the edge that you're kind of hoping for from the head coach. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Guarb says the Raiders do need superstar because they can't get the defense right, so it's easy to get one guy at quarterback over 11 guys that never get better on defense, and then just think of the injuries coming soon. I disagree with you, man. You don't need a superstar quarterback. I just don't believe in that, man. You can win without having a superstar quarterback. You can win with a quarterback that can get the job done. But agree to disagree, right? Raider Tone in the building. Damn, bro, I was pissed. Ugly game, bro. Took my ass to church early. Didn't even finish the 4th quarter, man. Man, maybe I should have done the same, bro. Maybe I should have done the same. M85, make it a package, not 1-for-1. Yeah, that's a good one too. Hopefully they get the winning side of that trade for sure if it is a package deal, right? Let's see. Hit stick stepper, Big Mike Renfro is phased out of our offense. I see him getting traded soon. Really that? Yes, agreed, 100%, man. Let's see. I'm gonna be here for a little bit longer, guys. Let me see. Tillery was ass, absolutely. Plain and simple and plain. Let's see. Dodgers everything. Not sure if any team is willing to take on Renfro's contract, though. Yeah, that's the problem, right? He's getting paid $13 million right now, and I mean, right now the Raiders aren't showing value. So, a team can be like, "Well, is he really that valuable? Why would I want to give up this guy or this round, this pick for a guy that's you guys are not even featuring on your offense?" So it's it's tough. It's a tough situation, but we definitely got to shop him at least. M85 offer a third round and offer a third in Renfro. Offer a third. I see what you did there, bro. But yeah, hey, that might get it be enough to get things done, man, for sure. Let's see. Mondo Reyes, at least we're not blaming it on Amik this week, at least, right? Let's see. A Foxy 6 says one trick pony from Renfro. Yeah, he's a little one-dimensional, not gonna lie to you. Alec M, Captain and Coke, salute. All right, enjoy, man. Hopefully you're at the house being safe and whatnot. Man, doesn't sound like a bad idea for sure, man. Let's see. Mondo Reyes, not me, the nation. Well, not me, the nation. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot of us that blame Amik. That's for sure. Yeah, you're right, man. Let's see. Alec M, not been that impressed with head coaching play calling either. Yeah. Besides that first drive, not impressed either. Let's see. I'm gonna read a couple more of these comments, and then I'm gonna get out. Guys. Let's see. Just another DJ in the building. It says, what do you think about Max setting the edge this game? Bills had several runs his direction. Yeah. Max Crosby was playing frustrated. He was trying to make a play out of something without doing his job, and they ran right through right past him on a lot of run plays. So yeah, that is something that I did notice. But I understand his frustration for sure. I can see that he was playing frustrated in this game for sure because he was getting triple teamed all game, a double triple teamed all game for sure. Raider Sprayer, he says, starting to think we need to fire up under Ziegler and McDaniels. They're both looking very questionable right now, no doubt for sure, man. They can't be looking comfortable in that seat, man, if they're not doing much. There's got to be a fire lit. Darnell Rashawn, he says, I'm just tired of the bad draft picks, coach, and lackluster play. Just everything we fans definitely better. Great show, bro. First, I appreciate it, man. And yeah, we need to fix that, man. Hopefully these draft picks kind of make a turn for the better. Particularly Tyree Wilson. Even Michael Mayer's not doing as much as I thought he would. And yeah, that definitely needs to turn around. Hopefully that turns around in due time for sure, man. Let's see. Alec M, there has to be some decent D tackles out there they can pull the trigger on getting. Yeah, like I said, there's Dunlap out there. There's probably some other guys. Ioannidis, he's a guy that's out there too. One of those two guys that might be somebody to look at and pick up for this defensive tackle room. But next year, as far as draft goes, we definitely need to make things happen for sure on that end, for sure. But guys, that is the show. Disappointing loss for the Raiders. They go down 38-10 to the Bills. On to the next one against the Steelers. We will break things down on Tuesday. We will talk a lot about the Steelers. We'll talk about expectations and things like that. And then on Wednesday, we got a film breakdown, me and Andy. So we got a lot of things coming up down the pike. Just stay tuned for it. And all 61 of you guys in the building, like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. 1-1, still in first place. On to the next one. Didn't look great today, but we're going to shake this one off, and then we're going to come back better tomorrow, man. And with that one, I'm your boy, Big Mike Raider, writer and contributor for Planet Raiders. And guys, you have a good one. Peace out.
This is one of them hits now. Heard back from Earth, we just shot a few of my ships down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking devices just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces from my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas. You wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. Confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause you're mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scrambled they spy drone.